Well, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the channel. All right, today, I don't know what I'm doing, but for right now, I guess I'm practicing on Fuji. Okay, let's get to it. Okay, let's just get everything up and settled in here. Alrighty. Need to move this up a bit. Okay, we're good to go, I think. Going out on cold tires. Guess somebody stopped at the start finished. Currently have a yellow flag. Okay. I'm not a fan of these people that don't put tire warmers. Ooh. Okay. Okay, let's try to warm up these tires a little bit more. So, did anybody watch the F1 race today in Miami? I know I did. And I still don't know what to think of it. Is it better than the first two races? I would say so. Lots of collisions and whatnot. Lots of debris. Both Leclerc and Verstappen spun out. Oh, it's good to know that I'm keeping good company, because guess what? I also spin out. Ooh, speaking of which, that almost happened. Oh, no. Oh, tires just not quite there yet. Oh, he spun out. Probably need a little bit more to the front. Ooh, running low on battery already.
Justin Slim Friesen says, duh.
Hey, Justin, how are you today?
Justin Slim Friesen says. Good. You?
I am good. Did you enjoy the F1 race?
Justin Slim Friesen says. Was entertaining, yes.
Many leaders, both Verstappen and Leclerc, tried to imitate me. It's all good.
Justin Slim Friesen says. LOL.
Yeah, a couple of different leaders. Pitts kind of played a role in it. I wish I could see these guys' liveries. Oh, a little banging there. There's still a little bit of yo-yo, but not as bad as it was. I'd say it's definitely better than the first two races. And my battery is okay, actually.
Justin Slim Friesen says. Agreed.
Ooh! Is he gonna come across the track? No? Okay, good. Ever since what's-his-name flew into the barrier, then came across the track and clipped me, I'm always worrisome of that stuff. Yeah, I think they had a good decision to move it up. Kind of played havoc with my streaming schedule, but oh well. Because in theory, if I would have streamed normally between 2 and 4, and then the race starts at 4, we would have been good. But then it got moved up 3 hours. Ooh, I missed that one. Okay, let's save that. Save these little changes that I made. There we go. So, it was a good race. Couple of different leaders. Never knew what to expect. I hate the Ferrari team, but it would have been nice to see Charles on the podium. I think they have a really lousy team. He almost made it, but then lost it. It was good to see Oscar on the podium. I would have liked to see Russell do a bit better this year so far. But he was still the fastest man on the track today, so that's at least
Justin Slim
something.
Friesen says. Yeah. He's not far from getting a win.
Nope, he is not far. Am I going to be able to see the cars? No. Okay. That's what I wanted to know.
Justin Slim Friesen says. But Merc has upgrades before next race.
Montreal. My part of the woods. But no, don't expect me to go and attend in person.
Justin Slim Friesen says. So, they could be way out ahead again.
Possibly. Okay, well, somebody uploaded a blank livery. I had issues with liveries today. First, they wouldn't upload. And then when it did upload, it appears blank. Eventually, it went through, but I had to delete a couple of stuff. Also having issues with all kinds of AI today. I got too
Justin
many.
Slim Friesen says. More LMU fun. LOL.
Well, it's not just LMU, because even Gemini had issues today. I got too many requests. Come back later. Been scratching my head because the other day, what's his name asked me for my favorite color. And I have like two favorite colors, sunset orange and turquoise. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna try that out on the car. Ooh, clipped it just a bit, man. This guy's going in rough. See, he does it on purpose. Oh, there's somebody else leaving the pits here. Who was it? Thought it was a Porsche. Not this one then. Maybe this one? Is there another Porsche? Nope. Okay. Oh, there is another one. Yeah, this one. Oh, I do not like the rainbow colors. Reminds me of the old, what was it, Kodak or Polaris camera stuff. Except nowadays it just appears to be rainbow. A diversity higher pilot. Oh. Should I go and qualify? I'll try qualifying on wet tires. Just because I'm not patient for 4 laps.
Mike Wolf BLN says. Diversity higher LOL.
Hey Mike, how are you today? Did you watch the F1 race? Ooh, a little bit of contact? A little bit more contact? No? Okay.
Mike Wolf BLN says. Yeah, typical stupid battery junk.
Well, I think it's actually better than...
Mike Wolf BLN says. At least the end was spicy.
Well, the beginning was spicy, the ending was spicy. In between, I didn't know what was going to happen anymore. Verstappen spinning out. And then at the end, Leclerc spinning out. Leclerc doesn't care. He just likes pushing the car, so it's all good. He doesn't care what the team thinks or does or says or whatever. I wouldn't either. At this point, the Ferrari team is their weakest link.
Mike Wolf BLN says. Yeah, just silly overtakes are very annoying.
Well, I kind of agree, because it goes back and forth a couple of times, but then it kind of settles down, settles in, or whatever. So they do play back and forth a bit. So on one hand, F1 wanted more passes, yes. So I guess you have to do a couple of those before it finally
Mike Wolf
sticks.
BLN says. Ferrari get Hannah Schmidt's new year.
I don't know who Hannah Schmitz is, but I know there's a lot of changes going around.
Justin Slim Friesen says. The yo-yo has improved, but still needs more work. Mike Wolf BLN says. Red Bull Strategy Genius.
Oh. Okay. Well, the thing is
Mike
with...
Wolf BLN says. Yet agreed Justin. Justin Slim Friesen says. She's great.
She's great.
Mike Wolf BLN says. Yep.
Well, no matter how good that sounds, don't forget that Ferrari still have the rest of the team that is still going to be there, and they have their ways of doing things for their crappy 20 past years. And it's like, okay, well, tell the pilot to come in for the pits.
Mike Wolf BLN says. Ferrari make bad calls on strategy the most.
Yes. But then the dude on the microphone will be like, no, it's my coffee break.
Justin Slim Friesen says, LOL. True cheaps.
So they'll be like, okay, after my coffee break, I'll tell Helmington to come into to the pits. So, you know, what is this guy doing? It's like, well, there's only 1 minute left. Might as well crash the car, right? I don't know what that was about. Oh, he came into the track again. This guy's...
Mike Wolf BLN says, oh yeah, my friend grew up next to Furino.
Okay. Oh, we have a new hypercar that likes to smash in people. That'll be interesting. Is he just gonna wait there for people to come around and smash into them?
Mike Wolf BLN says, half of the family worked for Ferrari and they know the bullshit.
Yeah, they can spread it as good as the rest of them. So, I mean, you know, that's the main problem with Ferrari, is not necessarily the guy at the top. It's the entire mentality of everybody that's in the pits. It's like they rather enjoy watching the monitor than having to get up and put the wheels on the cars. I don't know. Ooh, qualifying. Okay, let's go and qualify. Or try to.
Justin Slim Friesen says, thing I like most about Hannah is, for years I didn't know her. They never advertised that fact that she's female. All that mattered was she's damn good. Mike Wolf BLN says, Ellie Clark, when is the rain again?
Yeah, we'll get back to you whenever we feel like talking to you. And then there's silence on the radio.
Mike Wolf BLN says, yeah. Mike Wolf BLN says, Plan F.
One of these days, I'd like to see one of the drivers go to their crew chief and stuff and just hit them in the face over at Ferrari. Let's get into a brawl.
Justin Slim Friesen says, hosted I assume? Mike Wolf BLN says, nah, can't do that these days.
Well, both Leclerc and Hamilton are two cool heads. But if it would have been somebody like Alan Prost or something.
Mike Wolf BLN says, they'd get banned and cancelled.
Hajar was funny watching him smashing his steering wheel. Should take it back to the pits and throw it to somebody. Although it was his mistake, but who cares?
Justin Slim Friesen says, LOL yup. Mike Wolf BLN says, yeah, he's a bit angry.
Especially when it's your mistake. I mean, okay, I'd be frustrated too if it was my mistake, but I wouldn't beat myself up too badly for it. I'd probably do something like Villeneuve and say, well, the car is not competitive. It didn't do the maneuver that I wanted to do in my head.
Justin Slim Friesen says, I'm the same. I get angrier at my own mistakes than when others take me out.
Really?
Mike Wolf BLN says, yup.
I don't. Like, yeah, it's frustrating, like the other night.
Justin Slim Friesen says, I have expectations of myself. Not others, I guess.
Well, the other day I had a really good start to the race and then I kind of spun out. Really was mad at myself for it, but that lasted about 2 seconds. Then there's a race to be had, you know, so.
Mike Wolf BLN says, I expect others to be potatoes.
Well, yes, but it's still frustrating seeing potatoes in action.
Justin Slim Friesen says, yup, Mike. Mike Wolf BLN says, yeah, agree with both of you.
Well, I'm glad. And yes, this is a hosted, to answer your previous question from 5 minutes ago. Well, I didn't want to do Bahrain in 48 minutes. Figured I'd do Fuji here.
Justin Slim Friesen says, LOL.
There was, you know, a good 45 minutes of practice. So if I needed to work on the car or something, it's going to be an hour race. So I don't know how that's going to work out. Hey, potato. Didn't say you could run into me. I'm seeing where these rain tires are running into issues. Now I'm going at GT3 speeds. But hey, at least I'm on the track doing laps and not complaining about the cold tires. I'm guessing that McLaren dude is pretty fast though.
Mike Wolf BLN says. I didn't say anything about Tay tires yet, did I? Mike Wolf BLN says. XD.
Ooh. Oh. Sorry, dude. I probably wrecked his lap there. It's all good. I needed an excuse to set up a smoke screen. Ooh, camera's not working. Did not know that. Did you notice my little gauge up here? If it'll load in. Why is it not loading in now?
Mike Wolf BLN says. Yes.
Why is it not loading in now? That's super weird. Oh, there he goes. So hopefully this will help me calculate how much fuel I need and
Mike Wolf
stuff.
BLN says. Senior mode.
With the big bold numbers. So now I'll be able to see my VE. And in theory, how much I need to put in.
Mike Wolf BLN says. Yeah, helps I can take my glasses off.
And how many laps I can do. And how many minutes I can do. And
Justin Slim Friesen says. I approve of senior mode. LOL.
yeah, me too.
Mike Wolf BLN says. +1.
So basically that's all I want to do. I want to try it. So this is going to be an hour race. So in theory, on a full tank, I should not have enough to do it. Then again, I might, depending on how much fuel saving I do and all that good stuff. My mate built it. I can't share, sadly.
Mike Wolf BLN says. Hi.
Now I was reading the chat there. The guy asked the other guy, could you send me your setup for the Peugeot? And the other guy answers, well, my mate did it, so I can't share, sadly. Secret sauce in there, okay?
Justin Slim Friesen says. I'll keep my mouth shut. See if you can make the fuel calls yourself. Mike Wolf BLN says. Oh yeah, I get it.
Yeah, hopefully I can. Now that we tried it out the other day and we figured out what all of these things meant, now we just gotta rely on my Alzheimer's not to kick in and for me to remember what all of those things meant. So in theory, energy is what I have. And
Mike Wolf BLN says. Lots of people say that when they don't want to share. Mike Wolf BLN says. Share.
the number of laps is the number of laps I can do with what I currently have in energies. The minutes is also how many minutes I have left of fuel. And in theory, the refill is going to be what I need when I stop into the pits, based on the average used. And I don't know how the save works because that has never moved for me yet. So I guess it doesn't work on the VE, but if I were to have like a fuel gauge there and I did some fuel saving, then it would probably go in there. But I guess you can't save any VE, so that's kind of useless. But I can't get rid of it. I do not have the options to remove it. Ooh, qualifying over, getting to a race.
Mike Wolf BLN says. You can.
You can save on VE. How do you save on VE?
Mike Wolf BLN says. It's called lift and coast.
Yes, but that works with fuel. It does not work with VE. You can fuel save, you can't save on energy. I got the VE gauge up here, not the fuel
Justin
gauge.
Slim Friesen says. It goes. Fuel and VE are basically the same thing Jeeps. Mike Wolf BLN says. I think you're wrong Jeeps.
No, I think I'm right. Because there's a fuel gauge that I could put up there, and then there's a VE gauge that I can put up there. If I were to put the fuel gauge there, it would say pretty much the same information, but you lift and coast and you save on the fuel. If I lift and coast on VE...
Mike Wolf BLN says. Yes, Jeep's fuel is not VE.
So you can lift and coast and it'll save you some fuel, but if you lift and coast, then you're not regenerating the battery, nor are you spending it. So you're not really saving anything. The battery is just what it is. Okay. Ooh. 39 laps. Okay, well, I guess I'm going to have to do a few laps before it settles in. says I can do 35 laps. Here on the bottom, we'll see how that works out once we start rolling, because I'm not that fast of a driver. So in theory, I should probably be able to do this without having to stop.
Justin Slim Friesen says, in LMU, all you care about is VE. The only thing you care about fuel-wise is that you have at least the same amount of laps for both, the ratio, and that you don't run out.
Yeah, see, I got...
Justin Slim Friesen says, if the ratio is correct, you never need to look at fuel.
Well, I got enough fuel for 41 laps, so I should be good if I work the VE adequately. But we'll see. We'll see how this goes. I'm pretty sure that save thing will never move from 000. Mainly because so far I haven't seen it move.
Justin Slim Friesen says, I like to carry one extra lap of fuel vs VE. Mike Wolf BLN says, anyway, when you lift the throttle it doesn't use VE or fuel. Justin Slim Friesen says, correct Mike.
Whoa! That guy just brake checked me.
Mike Wolf BLN says, winky face.
Well, that guy ran into everybody.
Mike Wolf BLN says, potatoes.
Yeah, lots of them.
Justin Slim Friesen says, LOL. Mike Wolf BLN says, grow potatoes than an Irish Christmas.
And the guys behind me are dangerous. They're dive bombing.
Mike Wolf BLN says. Muy peligroso.
Man, this is a real obstacle course. Reported? Who are you going to report it to? It's a hosted.
Mike Wolf BLN says. He told his mom.
Yeah, probably. I should probably let the guy behind me pass me so that these two can fight it out and take each other out. Well, that didn't work out the way I planned it. I think the guy that I just let go is the fastest guy on the track.
Mike Wolf BLN says. Yep.
So currently I'm missing about 10% fuel. That's what I'm reading here. And I'm not saving nothing. Still got 55 minutes to go, so in theory, I might be good to not have to pit.
Mike Wolf BLN says. Actually, you are saving.
Yeah, but I mean, the readout for the save is 000. But yeah, I'm saving because I got 55 minutes. But it still says I might miss a little bit of fuel. A little bit of V. So we'll see how it goes. We'll know more towards the end. I need to change the colors of those numbers though. Like maybe put in green what I have.
Justin Slim Friesen says. I assume you need to set the lap target in the fuel tab for that to work.
Oh, you might be right. Dang, he pulled away from me all of a sudden.
Mike Wolf BLN says. Yet I think so.
I don't know how that works. But I'm happy with what I got. I'm just thinking that I should probably change the first square to green for what I have, and the second one keep it blue for what I need. Ooh!
Mike Wolf BLN says. I'll send you a video on it.
It might not seem like it, but just having that there has boosted my driving confidence a full 3%.
Justin Slim Friesen says, I know what you mean.
You do? Okay. Might not seem like much, but it's helping me in ways that I've been struggling since the beginning of all of this.
Justin Slim Friesen says, it's a comfort thing. You're not constantly questioning things.
Like, it's not as big a difference in driving as, let's say, the load cell pedals. But yeah, the fact that it's not bothering me in the back of my mind constantly helps me concentrate on the driving part. Ooh.
Mike Wolf BLN says, yup, 100% G's. Justin Slim Friesen says, exactly.
And not that I don't like having you guys around to tell me what I need to do and to confuse my mind. Ooh, am I starting to run out of VE here? Battery.
Justin Slim Friesen says, pull over. You got a message. LOL.
And then I start looking at my gauges, trying to figure out what you guys are telling me. And then I run into a wall. And then, yeah, I'm gonna have to pull over to the pits to fix it.
Mike Wolf BLN says, happens to all of us.
Okay, catching up to slower cars. Let's see how this goes. Is that Peugeot in front of me? Ooh, he's going wide. Why is he going wide?
Justin Slim Friesen says, yup. I lose so much pace adjusting pit strats. So frustrating. Justin Slim Friesen says, or trying to do math while driving. Mike Wolf BLN says, I think LMU has overcomplicated the pit stuff.
I'm catching up to this Peugeot again, but then he'll find a way to create some distance. Man, he is a lot faster than I am. I could just see him pull away in the straights. And he just gained a 3 seconds like out of nowhere. Now I'm gonna be stuck in traffic. It's all good though. Ooh, almost did not make that corner. What is he in the pits? No, okay, it's somebody else in the pits. Ooh, yellow. Ooh! Did he get some damage? I feel some more cursing coming in the chat soon.
Mike Wolf BLN says, he's going very slow.
Well, so that's pretty much my technique, going very slow. I mean, compared to the very fast people. Okay, well, let's just hope that these three dudes need to stop for fuel at some point. 67, 63, 62, 60. So that guy that's at 62 might have to come in. Ooh! Another guy coming out on cold tires, I'm guessing. I don't even know where I got that yellow front bumper from. Did I push somebody in the front? Ooh, another yellow.
Mike Wolf BLN says, was at start of the race.
Oh, these two are in it. Ooh, he lost a wheel. And his friend, is he trying to push him all the way to the pits? Or are they just attacking each other there? And the fastest guy on track must really not be happy at the moment. Did he just decide to stop into the pits already? Ooh, and somebody has a stop and go. Two people have stop and goes. Oh, why do I have a stop and go? I think this game is bugged because all three of us have gotten stop and goes now. Oh, this is the host that is giving us penalties. Why is the host giving us penalties?
Mike Wolf BLN says. What LOL?
Yeah, that's the host that is giving us penalties.
Mike Wolf BLN says. Host is probably P5.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'll do it anyways. But I know that...
Justin Slim Friesen says. Cause he's a douche.
Well, yes, because I don't think that I deserved any of that, but I'll still do it.
Mike Wolf BLN says. I'd just leave.
Nah. Since all three of us have gotten it, I'll do it. I mean, I'm still in the race for a podium here. Even if I have to. I'm guessing the host might be the guy that actually is the fastest on track.
Mike Wolf BLN says. Yep.
Oh, stop and go is 60 seconds. Okay.
Mike Wolf BLN says. Henry P8. Mike Wolf BLN says. Solame.
Okay, tires are cold again. Gotta watch it. Not to do like everybody else and spin out here. Well, if the leader doesn't do his stop and go, then I might actually win this. Unless he decides to give me another one, and then another one, and then another one. What? He's giving him a drive-through? Oh, probably because he was speeding in the pits. If he starts giving us drive-throughs, then I'm not going to be happy. Equaling the field, really? That makes no sense. Okay, Justin, I'm going to give you access to race control. So when I host a race, anybody...
Mike Wolf BLN says, like I said, LAME.
I'll give you guys access to my race control stuff, and you guys can give penalties to whoever's in front of me so that we level out the playing field so that I can win. Oh, really? He gives him another stop and go.
Justin Slim Friesen says, LOL.
Is he gonna give me another one now?
Mike Wolf BLN says, quickest way to kill a server is do this.
Yep. Everybody's DNFing anyway, so... Well, after the race, I'll say I don't want to win on technicalities. I want to win on skills. Of which I don't have much, but still. Like, okay, I've won against much better drivers than myself. Only because they either ran out of fuel or stuff and stuff. Still, I won it on my own. Through sheer determination and not giving up. Did all the GTs just rage quit and leave? I haven't come across a GT in quite some time now.
Mike Wolf BLN says, there is two, one on track, one in pits.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I have a feeling that all the GTs gave up seeing this crap. Ooh, I got a blue flag. Okay. Ooh, what happened there to that dude? Like, during qualifying, that guy was the fastest on track, and now why is he all over the place? I'm not gonna give him the place at this guy here. He can stay behind me until he serves his stop and go. Or not. I started behind this guy. Didn't like his driving then, still don't like it now. Still consider him a diversity hire. Now he's gonna go and serve his stop and go. Still won't have time to lap him.
Mike Wolf BLN says, no, will come about the same, maybe him 10 SEC forward.
Trust the process. Man, that guy's full of crap. Yeah, if I pass him, I'm gonna get a stop and go. I don't know, this guy's just having fun. Well, the beginning of the race was a potato fest. But
Mike Wolf BLN says, I'm getting triggered, I'll be back after.
yeah, the beginning of this race was a potato fest. I think I navigated it well. Without all this crap, I would have probably come in 4th or 3rd. And I would have been very happy with that result. Now there's like nobody left on the track, so what's the point? Now who races?
Justin Slim Friesen says, hosted Arnoy worth taking serious at all. Never have, and never will be.
Well, you can take mine seriously. You've had some good races when I host.
Justin Slim Friesen says, not saying you can't have fun. Just don't take them serious.
Well, if these two guys catch up to me, I'll let them pass, because all of this crap just to have me in first here. These two guys are going to hate me because they're going to think that this guy's my buddy and he's trying to get me to win.
Mike Wolf BLN says, on ACC admins used to reduce my power, add ballast, or shit like that all the time because I was faster.
Honestly, I mean, other than purposely running into people and getting disqualified, a race should be let to whatever is.
Mike Wolf BLN says, exactly.
Okay, well, thank you, except I can't do it. I'm gonna lose some time here, but I think this is a better place to pass him.
Justin Slim Friesen says, LOL. ACC pubs were glorious. LOL. Mike Wolf BLN says, yet I have 10 Steam accounts.
Just so they don't know who you are. Oh, somebody's catching up to me. Actually, both of them are.
Mike Wolf BLN says. Yep, and when they pull that junk I log out and switch. Justin Slim Friesen says. I never cared. I'm not trying to win, just trying to find a descent race.
Yeah, same here. Like, I'm not trying to put myself extra pressure to stay in the lead here. I'm gonna work on my skill level and let him pass me at the next corner. Or the one after that.
Mike Wolf BLN says. Yeah, I get that, but when they are affecting the race unnaturally it bothers me.
Yep.
Justin Slim Friesen says. Oh, me too. Mike Wolf BLN says. I used to be a top-level BMX racer, went to world titles as a kid, and one Offchul's son used to race in my age class and I beat him, so he started to pick on me. Justin Slim Friesen says. But that's what I mean. You can't take these seriously. Not officials, or leagues. Yeah, take that serious. Mike Wolf BLN says. So I quit.
Well, as a kid, I used to participate in martial arts competitions and used to be fairly good, winning a couple of Canadian championships. But yeah, I was in competitions where I was fighting the son of the guy that was organizing the competition. So, strangely enough, I didn't even touch the guy, but I'm getting disqualified for full contact to the face. You know, I've had my share of crappy stuff. Unfortunately, my father made me quit because he wanted me to concentrate at school more than martial arts, so.
Justin Slim Friesen says. Oh man. That sucks, Mike. Too bad you quit.
Yep.
Mike Wolf BLN says. I came from single mom on pension and worked my ass off, and his dad was an ex-pro and knew everyone. Mike Wolf BLN says. Yeah. Mike Wolf BLN says. So that's why I get trigged.
I don't. I used to. Whoa, dude! Okay, he's warping all over the place. I don't know where he is. Man, that was scary. I think they both got into an accident. And one hit the barrier and is probably lost now.
Justin Slim Friesen says, that should have motivated you to beat the crap out of him. On track, I mean. Justin Slim Friesen says, but I get it.
You know, when things are not fun anymore, they're just not fun anymore. And man, I'm so frustrated that the diversity hire is gonna win this race.
Mike Wolf BLN says, I did, then he took me out of the race and I got blamed for the accident and got a 3-month ban.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah, some fights are uphill, no matter what you do.
Justin Slim Friesen says, fair enough. Justin Slim Friesen says, politics sucks.
Yes, yes they do. Well, same thing in the F1 race today. Verstappen was gonna maybe get a penalty for crossing the line in the pits. And
Mike
yet the
Wolf
marshals...
BLN says, yup, was in the 90s so no video.
So the marshals decided to wait after the race to have a look at it. Which, they got cameras. They could have watched it right then and there and pulled a decision. What happens if Max would have won the race and then they come out and disqualify him again? You know, it's been happening a lot
Mike
to the
Wolf
guy
BLN
lately,
says,
so...
the replay showed he didn't cross the line.
I don't know, I kind of tuned out about all that stuff because I was listening and the commentator was like, well, why don't they
Justin
just
Slim
look
Friesen
at it?
says, I know Jeeps. Like no excuse at all. Justin Slim Friesen says, make the call now butt heads. LOL.
Yeah.
Mike Wolf BLN says, yup was the same for my commentator. Mike Wolf BLN says, hate that shit.
Well, not only that, but Max has gone through a lot of this lately. He's been winning races at the Nordschleife. And then, oh, well, disqualified because he used too many sets of tires or this or that. You know, so it's going to be, what, a repeat of that in F1 now? If Max win, we're going to find a reason to disqualify him. But we're not going to tell him during the race.
Mike Wolf BLN says, no that was Strataga Jeeps.
Yeah, I know, but still. Could you imagine doing 3 races in a row where you get disqualified, but you only learn about it after the race?
Mike Wolf BLN says, so his car doesn't get bopped too much. Mike Wolf BLN says. Was one race, the second race was the qualifiers that defines Bob.
I don't know, I thought that something happened to his co-pilot or co-driver or something, I don't know. Or was the race canceled because of him? Man, sometimes I tune out.
Mike Wolf BLN says. And then they had mechanical failure.
Sometimes I just tune out of stuff. Like, enough with all of this crap. It's like the tire warmer rules in the WEC. Because some environmentalist Karen wants to save the planet from global warming. And somehow not using tire warmers for this race is going to save the planet.
Says, his teammate hit someone during Q and got a grip penalty. Justin Slim Friesen says, grid. Mike Wolf BLN says, race on the Saturday they got a 3 penalty for car contact and could have been worse, but both cars we deemed at fault. Mike Wolf BLN says, yep. Mike Wolf BLN says, the Saturday race was cancelled because of a massive crash and Juha died. Sunday race Max's splitter broke and car needed repair.
Yeah, I remember about the splitter and braking and needing repairs. I remember that. Don't know exactly when and how and where he got the damage, but there was something about the splitter there that broke. So, turns out that I'm going to have enough fuel for this. So that minus 16% is off. But the number of laps and the number of minutes remaining on my fuel is pretty good.
Mike Wolf BLN says, so I think that's green, meaning you have 15% over.
Yep, me too. Yeah, that's what we were saying yesterday. If it's minus, it's what I have over, and if it's a plus, it's something that I need to add.
Mike Wolf BLN says, yeah. Mike Wolf BLN says, should be the other way around.
Well, as long as we understand each other and we get used to that, it's a big help. Because really, I think that I'm not having that much extra fuel. It's just the way that I drive that I'm not fast enough. And I'm not using as much fuel. I'm lifting and coasting way before the break zone, so if I was performing, then that extra fuel would serve its purpose.
Mike Wolf BLN says. Exactly, you naturally lifting and coasting.
Yeah, because yesterday I went back. Was it yesterday or Friday? Friday? I went back to Coda, watch how some guy ran the track and tried to do the same thing. And I can't do that. I can't drive 30 some laps like crazy. And even that, I was still like 6 seconds off of his pace. But got it underneath the 2 minutes. I was ecstatic with that. Okay. Don't know how you boys are so fast. I'm not that fast. Look, 134. I'm 4 seconds off pace. And he was actually faster than me, so I don't know what he was saying there. But okay, 5:30, way past my normal streaming hours. But got delayed due to rain forecast in the F1 race, I guess. I'm still happy with my race. I had fun for the major beginning of it with all the chaos of the potatoes. I'm happy. So, yeah. Not going to be streaming tonight either. I'm just going to enjoy my movie night.
Says. All right. Later, guys. Mike Wolf BLN says. Laters.
Thank you for stopping by. Have a great rest of the weekend, and hopefully I will see you guys tomorrow's.